Ah, Teldrassil, the mighty world tree. Far more vast and titanic than the in-game model would suggest. It's home to the fierce Kalimdor, with a naval fleet serving as a bastion of Alliance power in Kalimdor. It would be a shame if anything would happen to it. We start our adventure in Undercity, where our beloved Dark Lady has summoned us to have a little chat. She begins by telling us that Saurfang is leading an army to Silithus, but it's a ruse, as the true objective is something much less expected by the Alliance. Sylvanas wants us to capture the Night Elven home, the World Tree, Teldrassil. But why? Well, Sylvanas tells us that the Alliance will use Darnassus as a safe harbour for funneling Azeroth into the Eastern Kingdoms. So, by controlling Darnassus, we severely limit the Alliance's ability to ship Azeroth across the sea to Stormwind or Ironforge. And it's not likely they can use Theramore. Sorry, Jaina. With the Kalimdor fleet sailing for Silithus, the World Tree will be under-defended. Still, those who remained will defend their home with everything they have. So, to break the spirits, Sylvanas plans to kill their leader, Malfurion Stormrage. So, with our marching orders, we make our way to the Barrens to rendezvous with Saurfang's army. How the hell do we get out of this stupid place? I'm sure that there were elevators somewhere, but where the heck are we? Screw it. I'll just Hearthstone. Upon meeting with Saurfang, he informs us of the next step, which is to take the Night Elven outpost of Astranar in Ashenvale.
Soldiers of the Horde, ready your blades! Today, we march on the Kalimdor.
Outside of Astranar, we meet Lorash. Other Horde rogues are positioned at other outposts in Ashenvale, ready to take them when the signal is given. For the two of us, our job is to take Astranar.
Nine. First, let me signal the others to begin their assault. This fire burns with purple smoke. They should see it rise above the trees soon. After you, champion, you mark the safe targets. I'll bring them down.
And after a quick stealth quest, the outpost is ours.
That should do it. How does it feel to single-handedly sack an entire city?
It's hardly a city, Lorash, but I doubt Saurfang's army will even fit in here. Anyway, Sylvanas and Saurfang catch up to us outside of Astranar, and I get my new errand girl task of informing another outpost, Zhromgar, of their arrival. Upon arriving there, we see burning ships. Perhaps they're not as prepared for your arrival as you'd hoped, Sylvanas. Anyway, we let them know that we're coming, and ask them to make arrangements. Then we sit back and marvel at the mighty Horde army. Walk through the gates and... No? Oh, okay. I was really expecting a scripted arrival there. Meanwhile in Stormwind...
Though the Legion has fallen, a new threat rises. Disturbing messages are arriving from our operatives in Orgrimmar. Join me at Stormwind Keep to discuss the matter further.
Anduin tells us of the Horde army heading for Silithus, and instructs us to speak with Matthias Shaw, Spymaster of SI-7.
Just a moment, Your Majesty. New information has come to light.
Matthias arrives to inform us that their reports were wrong, and the Horde have diverted to Ashenvale. With the Kalimdor's forces sailing for Silithus, he knows the region is underdefended, and the Darnassian city guard will not last long against an army. We're to head to Astranar through the portal and report to their commander, Delaran Summermoon. As we enter Astranar, we see the buildings are ablaze, and there's a large number of wisps, the spirits of the fallen elves, floating around the area.
The bodies. So many bodies. We tried to set a trap for the Horde. It failed. We could not stop them. Our outposts were taken by surprise. They fell one by one. The guards were poisoned. And the civilians, not even they were spared. I only hope that some managed to flee before. Forgive me, friend. Who did you say you were? Are you the one Malfurion spoke of? There are more wisps than I can count. The loss of life. Merciful Elune. Please bless the fallen.
The captain hears Malfurion in the distance, and we go to find him. On the border to Darkshore, we find Sylvanas and a small squad of orcs confronting Malfurion.
You will come no further, Banshee Queen.
Soldiers, no! Do not rush the... Oh, fools! At least now we know how dangerous the wisps can be.
Indeed, Malfurion has created a barrier out of wisps. Up until now, the Horde's march to Tel'Shil had gone without a hitch, but now the army was blocked. Malfurion will use the wall to try and keep the Horde back until his fleet returns from Silithus. Sylvanas has an idea for getting past the wisps, and our Horde hero is to meet her in Saurfang in Shromgar to hear her plan.
There will be nowhere to run when next we meet Malfurion. To Zorumgar, quickly!
Malfurion, Horde forces have gathered at the Zorumgar outpost.
The Banshee Queen seeks to capture the World Tree. Dalaran, travel to our outposts. Gather every soldier you can find and bring them here.
And you, Shando?
Sylvanas seeks to engage me, and I plan to give her what she wants. Word has been sent to our fleet. Elune willing, they will soon return.
As you command.
A wall of wisps? Surely it is nothing our Dark Rangers and a few demolishers cannot overcome, my lady.
The scouting party I led to Malfurion underestimated the wisps, and they paid the price for doing so. We cannot destroy the wisps, not in numbers enough to matter, but we may be able to disperse them.
Interesting. The wisps respond to Malfurion's call. But what if more of the forest were to cry out for help?
Precisely what I was thinking. Champion, would you be so kind as to test our theory?
Sylvanas instructs us to take our explosive reserves and use them to create a distraction.
You want explosions? Buddy, you got it. Hop into one of these beauties and take it for a spin.
Using a bombardier, we blow up some trees and wisps in the forest. That ought to get them riled up. You know how much those elves love their trees. With the wisps now distracted, we're headed back to the wall with a small squad of soldiers and demolishers.
It seems the wisps are susceptible to distraction. We will exploit this weakness to get past them. Saurfang, take a squad into Felwood. Seek a path over the mountain into Darkshore. But leave the siege weapons under my command. We will squeeze Malfurion from both sides.
War Chief, there is no safe passage through Felwood.
Find one or make one. Time is a luxury we do not possess.
No many smugglers, blight collar.
I beg your pardon?
I am not naive. There is little chance that Everlook receives all its cargo through legitimate means. Someone is using a hidden route through Felwood.
Most smugglers would prefer to avoid the attention of the High Overlord. But I believe we can locate one who can be persuaded to assist us.
Then it is decided. Saurfang, Nathanos, you will leave at once.
Form ranks! Weapons ready!
We pass through the wall on my command. Brace yourselves! Pass through the wall, quickly! I cannot hold it much longer! Once a breach has been made, the pain is bearable. Just give me a moment. Do not relent, hero. These savage elves would do you no such favor.
Sylvanas, your foul deeds desecrate this sacred place. Undo Falador.
Malfurion, how gracious of you to join us. Who would have guessed that you had come to protect your precious trees?
Be gone, witch.
No! My eyes! It burns. Where did you fly away to, little bird?
Now that we've crossed into Darkshore, we need an outpost. The war chief instructs us to clear out a group of furbolgs in Darkwood's Den, so we can set up there. And while we do that, Sylvanas will bring more forces through the wall. Once the Blackwood Den is captured, we meet up with Sylvanas, who says that she has noticed something on her way back from Jromgar, and we're to go to Nezjavel to investigate.
Sappers, gather your gear and follow me. Bring every shredder we have. Azeroth. With this in our grasp, all who dare to oppose the Horde will fall. Proceed with caution, champion. It seems the Alliance has beaten us to it. That ship must have come from Darnassus, which means I have a crow to hunt.
After fighting over some shiny Azerite, Delara and his Malfurion call for aid at the Wild Bend River.
Brothers and sisters, the Horde is pressing further into Darkshore. Rally at the Wild Bend River.
Ooh, you got me some Azerite? That's the good stuff. Let me just... hold on a second, will you? I'll add in a bit of this. Smash it in real good. A little gunpowder, some fuses, and copper chips. A couple of dashes of my secret ingredient, and voila! The modifications are complete. This thing is the bomb. Now, seriously, it could blow the top hat off of Gallywix's pleasure palace. Makes a goblin proud, you know?
The Kaldorei forces attempt to hold off the Horde, but they're few in number, and the Horde with their flying Azerite pew-pew machines prove too much for them to handle. So Malfurion calls for a retreat back to Darnassus, although Sylvanas doesn't seem to consider that a victory.
Wild Bend River is locked in a stalemate, and Malfurion knows it. We must stay the course for now. I will continue leading our soldiers through the wall while we await word from Saurfang. In the meantime, we will do all that we can to keep the Kaldorei under pressure. We shall not afford them the luxury of a peaceful night's rest. This is war.
Our fleet has returned from Silithus. Elune be praised. Their might is sorely needed. King Anduin will send his soldiers to aid us. We must hold our ground until they arrive. Your deeds will not be forgotten by the Kaldorei, hero. The aid you lend in these dark times could make all the difference.
May our will be stronger than their machines of war.
A war is not won or lost in a single battle. Our day will come.
For the Horde!
That sound. Could it be... Shondo! The Horde is approaching from the north!
The north? How did... Oh... They scaled the mountains of Felwood. Of course. The wisps. They're growing disoriented. The wall is failing.
Horde forces are advancing upon Lordanel. Champion, to me!
Saurfang, it's about time. Look around you, hero. What a lovely sight. The wisps are scattering. One by one, the wall comes crashing down. Now is the time. The World Tree is ours for the taking. Find Saurfang. We shall finish this once and for all.
Saurfang's forces reach Lordanel, the only remaining outpost between the Horde and the World Tree. Saurfang demonstrates his honor by declaring that innocents will not be harmed, as he has us enter the town, kill their commanders, rout the defenders, and capture civilians. After Lordanel is captured, Saurfang notices Malfurion is absent. He wouldn't let Lord Nel fall without a fight, so he assumes that Malfurion has gone after Sylvanas. We go in the forest with Saurfang to find them.
Make haste! The war chief awaits! The war chief faces storm rage alone. I must... Saurfang?
An audience. Perfect. Stay still, Alliance dog. Watch me strike down one of your greatest heroes.
A dishonorable blow. I regret it.
Regret nothing. You did well.
It was not my place to interfere.
My victory was inevitable. He was merely wasting my time. Finish him and be done with it. Take a moment if you like. Then take his head. Meet me at the World Tree.
You have led your horde in service of death. You will regret this day.
Malfurion, no! You did not kill him, Orc. Why?
I struck without honor. I did not deserve to end him.
This entire war is without honor. How dare you spill so much innocent blood for nothing?
Not for nothing. We spill blood so that the Horde will endure.
Because you spared Malfurion, I will offer you a choice. Attempt to stop me from taking him away and die, or remain there kneeling in the dirt and live.
You have a choice as well. Take him to Darnassus and both of you will fall when we conquer it. Or flee somewhere far from here, so that you both survive.
What would you ask of the Kaldori? This war is lost. Teldrassil will soon fall. Take my hippogriff to Darnassus. Ensure that the Horde's occupation is as tolerable as it can be. King Anduin gave me a hearthstone back to Stormwind. There I will tend my love's wounds, and help my people find respite from this madness.
With the Kaldori forces defeated, all that's left is to take the World Tree. We meet back with the War Chief on the beach, where we find Delarin severely injured and nearing death.
Why? Why? You've already won. Only innocents remain in the tree.
This is war.
No. This is hatred. Rage. Windrunner. You were defender of your people. Do you not remember?
I remember. A fool.
We're taken back to the Scourge invasion of Quel'Thalas, where Sylvanas fell to Arthas and was risen as a banshee. The horror, the pain, the loss of her home and her people, shaping her into the ruthless Dark Lady she is now.
Life is pain. Hope fails. Now you understand. Ah, don't grieve. You'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy. And that is a war you'll never win. You can kill us, but you cannot kill hope.
Can't I? Burn it.
Burn it!
With Delaran still expressing hope, Sylvanas takes another approach at destroying it. Something Saurfang doesn't like at all.
There is no honor in this. They will come for us now. All of them!
When I sent you on this mission, I did not foresee this outcome. Our attack was meant to end a war before it began. To capture an enemy's home and annihilate their leaders in one stroke. To inflict a wound that would bleed the Alliance dry. We have only partially succeeded. The Alliance will retaliate. They will come for us. For me, for you. But they are bleeding. Their anger will prove a weakness, not a strength, in the war to come. Rest while you can. Prepare for the battles ahead. I will have need of you.
We rejoin our Alliance hero at the burning World Tree and meet with Maya Greymane in the process of evacuating Darnassus. There isn't much time. We set out to help other citizens.
I am honored. Farewell.
No, not that way, you idiot. Killing you would have been a mercy. Oh, dear. Unfortunately, it doesn't take long until our efforts prove futile. We pass out and wake up in the Temple of the Moon. Maya has rescued us.
Hero! Hero! Can you hear me? I am relieved. I found you. Astari, hurry! Evacuate the city before it burns!
Mia! Mia! Open your eyes, my queen! My love! You can't stay here any longer! We must escape through the portal!
The tree! They're burning the tree! The child! Save her! Leave me!
Never! I'll take you both! Astari, you've done all you can! Command the priest to come with us!
They will not go.
The Banshee murdered my son, stole my kingdom. She will not cost me my beloved! May your goddess watch over you.
All is lost, and all we can do is go through the portal to Stormwind and leave thousands of civilians behind to die.
Greetings, friend. You are always...
You have shown courage and heart, champion. On this, one of the Alliance's darkest days. My whole life, I've prayed for peace in this world, but that dream can never be realized so long as Sylvanas Windrunner leads the Horde. She expects this atrocity to crush our spirits, shatter our unity. But this I vow. The Alliance will endure, and the Banshee Queen's insidious reign will be ended.
That's nice, Anduin. Where was your help? At least I expected you to find you welcome the Darnassan refugees, but no. You just sat here sitting on your ass. Boy King indeed. Thank you so much for watching. This is the first in a series of videos I plan to make about the story and the quests of World of Warcraft. This is my first try at a video like this, so I do apologise if it's a bit rough around the edges. You know, while I figure out my process. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.